Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the B&B Podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Brandon.
We're their host, Brody.
I'm the third host, Colton.
He's the other host, because Brody still says other host.
Fuck him. He can figure it out.
We're alive, believe it or not, guys. Holy fuck, it's been a long goddamn time since we recorded.
2 weeks?
Longer than that. Three? Almost a month, maybe? Because we recorded...
Lots of stuff that's been happening.
We recorded Trinity of Care, the podcast about that, and the vlog was supposed to go up a week after. I ran into some complications. So let's just take us back a bit. First off, I'm going to explain the situation with recording. My laptop fried, which is what Colton was using to record, so he's now recording off his phone, which, is actually better quality, as you can tell by the webcams, than Brody and my camera. So
He downloaded too much porn and it fried it.
yeah. So, quality is iffy right now. Both Brody and I are hoping to upgrade our webcams, though, just to take our quality kind of higher and have, like, Zoom functions and stuff, because our webcams are kind of aids. Good way to put it, I guess. So yeah, we've been gone for a while. The concert was like a month ago now. So that's wild. You guys heard all about that. It'll be in the vlog. So yeah, to kind of take us back, I had some problems. To say the very least, this vlog has been the bane of my existence, and I finally got things to work. But basically, I have been trying to download the footage from the concert for about 3 weeks, ever since you guys last heard from us. And it's been a bitch. It just would not download. I got it to a certain point, and it just stopped working. Download canceled, and then I had to start all over again. And I have been trying for fucking weeks. And our internet's not the best, so it takes a long time to try and re-download it. And if it gets to, it got to 20 gigs, which, by the way, all the footage that I downloaded was about 26 gigabytes. Fucking madness. It got to 20 gigs and then just fucked off. And I'm like, could you not do that at 1 gigabyte instead of almost all of it? So that happened. And then we all got sick. So yeah, I was trying to download all the footage, and then we all got sick, basically. Brody, as you were the first one to get sick, do you want to kind of tell the audience what your lovely experience was with that?
If you never got COVID, don't. It's not I don't recommend it in the slightest. It was fucking horrible. I thought I was dying for a week and a half. I'm pretty sure I did die at one point, and then just came back to life, sadly.
Resurrected.
Yeah.
You got the Jesus variant.
I mean, I've had worse. I had pneumonia when I was young, and I mean, that's fucking terrible for anyone to have, but do not recommend. Because I was I had COVID, then I got over it, and then I got the flu, and I'm like, just take me out. Just do it. Just end it all.
Yeah, you were pretty sick there for what, about a week, 2 weeks?
Oh yeah.
I don't know how long your stint of death was, but I was working a lot at the time, so like we've said in the past, Brody and I worked at the hockey rink together, and then he left, but I'm still there. And basically, there was one hockey game left in the season, and the night before, I got terribly sick. So yeah, I had to go in because everybody called in or couldn't make it. So I was basically forced to be a server. As we've explained through stories, where we were runners, so we run the food and the drinks and all the other prep work that needs to be done and cleanup and stuff. But I got pretty much told, here you go, here's your number, go serve. So that was cool. And then the next day, I couldn't go in. I was just so fucking sick. And then it was the next 3 or 4 days that I was just done. I could not. I was so sick. I was just in bed the whole fucking 3 or 4 days. Couldn't do anything. Couldn't even get up to watch Netflix or anything. I didn't have COVID. I just had a really shitty head cold, and I know I didn't have COVID. Even if the test kits don't work, and some people say they get false negatives, false positives. I tested a few times and negative every time, but I also know I didn't have COVID because I didn't have any of the symptoms the boys did. Because you'll hear in a minute here, Colton also had COVID. But I didn't have any of the symptoms like you guys did. Like I didn't throw up at all. I didn't have like that bone deep tiredness that people experience. I mean normal levels of fucking tiredness for me anyways. I didn't have like chills or anything. It was just congestion for me. So like I knew I didn't have COVID. And I don't know how I didn't catch it from either of you because I was around both of you.
It was a miracle you didn't.
Yeah. So I guess yay me, I didn't get it. Colton, how is your experience with COVID?
Fucking hell. So, a little bit of context. When Brody got COVID, I decided I'm moving back in with my family to not get COVID. Well, that fucking didn't work. I was working and I could just feel it coming on. I had the body chills, and mine was my head. It attacked my head so badly. I didn't really have the tiredness, but I had a really, really bad throat. It really affected that, and I'm still suffering the throat. But yeah, no, don't.
Still suffering in my throat.
Fuck off, both of
I
you.
never even realized what he was talking about.
COVID, throat. Fuck off. Anyways, yeah, no.
Yeah.
Fuck. I lost it. Just move on.
So you didn't have a good time with COVID, huh?
No, I really didn't.
I think I can go farther into my story. So
Yeah.
the
Sorry.
reason I
Yeah.
got you want to finish, Colton?
I was about to say, sorry, I just got off work.
Yay?
Yoinkers.
You want to go into your story then, Brody?
Yeah, so the reason I got COVID is through work. So one person had it and they took the days off, and then another person got it, and another person got it, and it just kept going, and I was the fifth person at work to catch it. So it was just a matter of time before it all went downhill.
I'll bleep this out, but
Yeah.
yeah.
That's terrible. Like
Yeah.
that would fucking suck.
And you know,
My boss had it.
It's so strange because everyone's experience seems to be different with the vaccine or without the vaccine. Because my coworker got it and he just had a sore throat. Like that was it. There was no coughing, no anything, no throwing up, no chills, no anything, and he's not vaxxed.
Mine went with the head just because of my medical history prior with the sinus infection. I'll always have bad headaches. So any flu and cold will always go for the head. So I knew that was going to happen. It fucking sucked.
So I guess moral of the story, try not to get COVID. It sucks. Obviously, everyone's trying to stay as healthy as they can, but we are also moving on with our lives, and I think it's an inevitability for people to just get it because that's life, Chief.
Yup.
Yeah.
All right. Moving on to bigger and better things. Not COVID.
Bigger than
rebranding.
COVID 2.
The electric boogaloo.
Yeah.
So yeah, we have been talking about name change for a while, brand change, all of the sorts. As of now, we are in the middle of a busy period in our lives. Lots going on, which we'll get into. So rebranding is going to be probably in July at some point. Maybe June if I get my shit together. All right. This building, man. So yeah, we're going to be rebranding. I'm going to be looking at a new logo. I might even get somebody to do it for us, depending on what I'm looking for. I really don't know, and all three of us gotta sit down and off camera and figure out what we want this logo to kind of represent and look like. So yeah, we're in the process of wanting to do the transition. It's gonna be, I want it to be smooth. it's not going to be smooth. That's kind of
ever smooth.
That's the kind of mindset that I'm going in this with, because if I go into the mindset with, I want this to go smooth, but it's not going to. If it does go smooth, awesome. If it doesn't, I'm prepared for that. So keep your eyes out in the next little while for some more of that kind of the transition period is going to be interesting, but then after that, look forward to the content after that. As I was talking with the boys about a week or so ago, we do want to start making more content. We're looking to set a day to record some, behind the scenes content for YouTube and for TikTok and platforms like that. I don't know why you look surprised. I fucking asked you this.
We didn't talk about what it was. We just said, hey, Brody and I want to do vlogging and YouTube and TikTok. You up for that? I'm like, yeah.
We're gonna do some vlogging as well.
Yeah. In this town court.
Yes.
Stop messaging me, people. I'm busy.
I'm way too tired for this.
Anyways, we are looking at creating more content to post online and stuff like that. So, look forward to that. Into kind of some big news, which is kind of our biggest news as of late. We're moving again.
Okay.
To the frozen tundras of Russia.
We're moving across the street, basically.
Well, more down the street.
Down the street, but across the street.
Russia's across the street? Holy
fuck. It's right there. Can't you see it?
Yeah,
I hear the bomb.
Everything.
Yeah, you hear Putin yelling, the bears roaring.
Yeah. The sounds of Russia.
Oh no. That was bad.
The sounds of Russia ASMR, but it's just Putin yelling.
The cheeky breakies from over there.
It's just Putin yelling behind a door, so it's muffled. Anyways, off topic. Anyways, yeah. So we're moving. It's a big life change for all of us. I guess for some context, because I'm not sure how much I've really said about the living situation now. Colton moved in with us back in December. He was going through a real rough period of his time, but he decided to kind of stay with us, and we have a 2-bedroom apartment. And there's 1, 2, 3 of us. So we had to come up with some sort of thing that worked. And as Colton's been annoyingly gesturing behind him, it happens to be curtains in a dining room. So he's basically been sleeping there, and it wasn't ideal, and we knew it wasn't going to be ideal, but it worked for a period of time. When Colton got COVID, he had to move back because, do you want to explain why?
I felt like I was dying, and if I just needed a bed, and I needed complete darkness. Like my room at home, I've made it that it's literally pitch black. You can't tell what time of day it is at all, and I needed some really good sleep. Plus, with work, my job was getting a lot more physically demanding. I had a lot more being put on me, so I was like, I need to start getting more sleep. So I wasn't sleeping the best. Our neighbor's crazy, and she's loud, and I hear her all the time. So I just made the executive decision to move back, and it's been good.
Yeah, so we've kind of just been balancing that for a while. But as of next month is our last official payment here, and thankfully it worked out. We got a good deal on the place we're moving in. So we do have to pay for both places for a period of time, but that's okay, because that gives us some extra time to move. June's very busy for me. I'm going to be working 14-hour, 15-hour days for the first week of June. So moving right at the beginning of June would have sucked. So we're hoping to get into the new place early, but that's, TBD, basically. So talking about this new place, it opens up a lot of opportunities for us. We're able to, make a dedicated podcast room. Brody and I want to get back to streaming. It just made sense for us to do this. So Do you want to explain to the audience, Brody, what our plans are for the podcast in the new place?
So we're planning on getting like an area where the three of us can kind of like sit side by side, so like 3 chairs and some tables between us and our mics and stuff, and just have one general camera for all of us to share, and just it'll look a lot more professional. We can hang some fucking merch or stuff behind us. I think that'd be kind of cool.
I'm gonna get hit in person. This is scary.
Yes, we'll punch you on camera.
Hey now, come on.
We can hang Colton. I mean,
Yeah. You can swing from the chandelier here.
I was gonna say like hang you by the ankles, you could like swing back and forth.
Pendulum.
But no, it just made sense for us to do, and it's a bit more expensive, but what isn't in this fucking day and age? So I think it's a good opportunity for all of us to just have a better home life, I guess, because like we haven't really gone in depth of what's happened here. Colton, do you wanna tell them about the neighbor next door? I'll give you that kind of just go in depth on everything we've heard and witnessed. Yeah.
Okay, so she's batshit crazy. She screams about demons and angels and like 2 demons possessing her, and it's screaming and banging on walls and just nonstop. Like our neighbors 2 doors down can hear her, so you can imagine like us being here what we can hear. And yeah, she's absolutely crazy and horrible.
Yeah, and I want to interrupt you there for a second there. If she does have a mental disorder, if any of you have a mental disorder out there like that kind of makes you have these manic episodes, we're not trying to offend you or anything. This is just kind of our experience with it. I really hope she gets help. Like that's my biggest thing that I'm concerned about is I would go over there and check on her, but I don't want to put myself at risk or her at risk because all it takes is one bad night and she's stabbed me or something, and she's now got a manslaughter charge and now I'm dead. So like,
wow, that jumped real quick.
True, like you don't know what kind of state people are in. So if you or anyone have a condition like this or a mental illness like this, please get help. There is help out there. You just have to seek it. And I really hope she gets the help she needs. It's frustrating, right? It's frustrating for us because we have to listen to it and we don't have a choice. So I don't know. I really hope she gets help, and maybe there's something we can do when we move out. I just don't want to put us at risk right now because it's very easy for her to have a manic episode and not be able to properly gauge the social interaction of us wanting to help. It could look at us as we're trying to attack her or whatever. So just wanted to put that out there. We are not trying to offend anyone or belittle anyone with a psychosis disorder, because that's what it sounds like to me. Obviously, I don't know her situation, but yeah, she's been disruptive to say the least, and I hope she gets help.
I think the part that just has been annoying us the most is it's all hours. So it's like we're going to bed and like 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning, she's going off, and it's like we need our sleep. Like during the day,
it's still annoying, but like we can manage with it because we turn our music up or whatever. But yeah, it's very disruptive, and like I said, I feel for her, but she should definitely be somewhere where she's getting 24/7 care.
Not where we are.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's one of the situations. Also, upstairs, we have a fucking really annoying neighbor.
A dog.
Yeah, so there's this couple with a dog and this chick. I don't know if she goes out and smokes weed or crack or whatever the fuck she smokes, but
oh, her cough.
It sounds like she's physically dying, and she does this like 5 times a day. Like, I don't think she has a job, because even when I'm here by myself, I hear her and I hear her coughing, and it sounds like she's fucking dying. And they're always out there. They're out there like 4 a.m.
Yeah.
and opening, closing their screen door, and the dogs upstairs, and I think they might have a kid too that's fucking running around up there. There's a fucking crazy old dude that lives here. We lovingly call him Crackhead Dave.
Oh yeah, that guy.
Did you want to tell him what he did when Thomas was here?
Yes, I would love to. So okay,
I told Brody this story actually.
I don't know if I have, but okay. So not Crackhead Dave. We call him Crazy Dave.
No,
Crazy Dave.
No, Crazy Dave's my Dave. That's Crackhead Dave.
Okay, Crackhead Dave, right. Crazy Dave, whatever the fuck. Anyways, he for some reason has a liking to me. He'll just strike up a conversation, and he's just nice, but like really racist. Like it's bad.
I don't know if he's nice if he's racist.
I know. So Thomas and I are cleaning out my truck, and Dave walks out, and he waves to me. I'm like, "Hey, Dave," and then Thomas waves to him. And Dave, being Dave, all he does is the Hitler salute and says, "Hail Hitler."
Please don't do it, because, you know.
Why would I? No, I have brain.
Do you?
But yeah.
Hey, at least he did Nazi salute.
That's fair.
Yeah, so that's one of the things he's done. I kind of want to take us back, though. Do you remember, Brody? Do you want to recant our first ever conversation with Crackhead Dave?
Oh, I don't really remember the conversation, but literally me and Brandon, this is when we first were checking this place out. We came with the landlady to come look at the place and check out the building, and we showed up just like a bit early, or she was late. I can't remember which one it was. And so we're kind of chilling by the door, getting the shade, because it was midsummer and like hot as shit outside.
Holy fuck, I remember that. That was so hot.
That was miserable. So we're kind of hiding in the shade, and this dude kind of appears on his balcony, and we're like, okay, whatever. Dude, just, getting some fresh air or something. And then he's like staring at us. We're like, oh, okay. And then he just strikes up a conversation. Like, I don't remember what it was, because, it was literally a year ago already.
I know you mentioned us moving in, and we're like, yeah, we're looking at an apartment.
Yeah, the normal, like, conversation of small talk, leave us alone, please.
And then we told him that we were, I think, on the second floor or something.
Yeah.
I don't remember how we mentioned that, but then he's like, oh yeah, the one with the bed bugs.
And we're like,
not.
Just please no.
And then didn't he go into like a conversation about like cooking and the Metamucil?
Because he fucking walked outside. He had like this protein powder, because I recognized the container. And he started talking about this protein powder and like supplements and a whole bunch of other shit. And it was like, oh, okay, Dave.
He started talking to us, and you and him were talking, and I kind of just walked away. I'm like, this guy seems fucked, cunt. And I was right, to be fair.
He talks about the Mafia here, like he's
not just the Mafia, the East Indian Mafia.
Indian Mafia.
He thinks the East Indian Mafia is taking over the fucking world, I guess. I don't know. He also just goes through the hallways spraying Febreze because he doesn't like the smell of cigarettes and weed. And I'm like, this is just cigarettes, weed, and fucking lavender mist now. Thanks. He's unhinged, to say the least. Like, everyone in this building is unhinged, I feel like. Like, there's a few good people in this building, I will admit. I met some of our neighbors, mainly through a domestic violence call I had to place. That's another thing in this building. Domestic. Okay. Like,
there's a cop literally parked out front, by the way.
Sick. Like, that's what I mean. This building is shit, and that's why we needed to get out. And like, when we first moved here, it was our last resort. There was 2 apartments for rent on this side of the city, and I was trying to stay on the side of the city for my job and everything. So it was okay, we need a place to live. Let's get in here. And it hasn't been all bad, but there's been so many issues that we just want to get out of there and out of here, not there. We just want to get out, and we want to be able to have a better living space. and have a better content creation space and just want to, have a better environment to live in, I guess.
It would have been better. So I don't know if the viewers know, but so we were planning on moving in all together a lot sooner, but I was working a different job at the time and I got transferred to Kindersley, Saskatchewan. Yeah, fuck that. And it screwed everything up because then they had to quickly find a 2-bedroom. And yeah, it just fucked everything up.
And then Colton moved back like 4 months later, and then
Yeah.
like, oh, I could move in now, and I'm like, where? But then we ended up doing it anyway. So
yeah, we did. I'm a man of my word. I did do it.
But that's basically kind of what we've been up to. One story I want to go into. Fuck Vision's Electronics.
Oh, Lord. Here we go.
All right. Here we go is right. About 7 weeks ago, right? I got my tax refund from the government of Canada. I do pay taxes. Thank you very much.
Canada.
I got it back, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna treat myself. I had an older Rozzy gaming chair. The frame snapped. So fuck you, Rozzy, as well, I guess.
Jesus Christ, you're going after everyone right now.
Yeah, fuck all of y'all companies, motherfuckers. Except for Elon Musk.
Make chairs.
Yes. Make Tesla chairs. I'd buy one. Anyways, so yeah, my chair basically snapped, and Brody can attest to this. It was like diagonal, basically. It was so fucked. And we moved here, and I tried to make it work, and I think the whole thing just fucking snapped.
Yeah.
So we're like, well, rip chair, I guess. And I threw it off the balcony, and then it broke. And then I went down and I threw it in the dumpster because
that was a lot of fun. I remember that.
Yeah, it was properly broken. We fucking yeeted that chair.
Oh yeah, that was a great day.
So I didn't have a chair. So I tried to use one of our bar stools. It's about a foot higher than it needs to be. So that didn't work. And then we had one other option, which was this shitty fucking rolly chair that Brody got. Sorry for calling your chair shitty, but
wow.
It had no cushion, basically, and the back was fine when I got it. Trust me. So I sat in that for a little while. I was literally sitting on 2 cushions, and by the time that I was done using that chair with the cushions, they were just fucking pancakes.
And there's no back.
Can you let me tell my story, motherfucker?
No. Yeah.
I'm just gonna bleep that out anyways. So I had been using this chair for a while, and like in lower profile chairs where it's not like, this full back, I like to like stretch backwards and like crack my back, and so I kept continuously doing that. And one day I did it, and I wonder if I still have the piece. Actually, it's on the ground. So this piece, fuck off Blur, this piece kind of just snapped, and I'm like, oh, okay, that's weird. And then I kept using it, and then I did it again, and the whole back just fucking snapped off, and I'm like,
I didn't know that's what you did to it.
Yeah. So now it's a stool, and I was kind of using it as a stool for a while, but if you know anything about streaming or gaming or being at a computer for a long period of time, it doesn't even have to be like content creation, just like sitting at a computer for extended periods of time, it's difficult to do if you don't have a good chair. So yeah, I ordered this chair 7 weeks ago. And, I kept calling. Originally, they told me they had 5 on order. Okay, cool. I'm used to waiting for stuff. That's fine. I don't mind waiting for a little while. They told me 2 to 3 weeks. Okay, that's fine. 2 weeks go by. Nothing. I'm like, okay, I'll go in. Went in. Yeah, that's weird. It's taking longer than usual. I think it should be here next week. Okay, fine. I can wait another week. Go in. Where's my chair? Well, it should be here. That's weird. There's 3 on order. So now there's 3 on order, not 5. So either 2 of them came in and they sold them, or somehow they came up with a new number. I was like, okay, this is getting ridiculous. So they told me at the end of the week. Okay, fine. Come in the end of next week. Yeah, they're still not here. I have a few people waiting for them. There should be 2 coming in. So now it's 2. So I'm like, okay, like how much longer is this gonna be? And they're like, we don't know. And so I'm like, for fuck's sakes, okay. So about another week goes by and I call them. This time, I get a dude on the phone. His name's Brody, actually. Funny enough. And he told me that, because I explained to him, I'm like, listen, I've been waiting for 7 weeks for this chair. I don't mind waiting, but I'm getting different answers every time I go in the store. Where's my chair? And he says, look, I really apologize. I have a lot of people waiting on this chair. It's very popular. I'll contact the vendor and I'll phone you tomorrow. I'm really sorry, but I will get to the bottom of this. I'm like, thank you. I appreciate someone who actually does their fucking job. So the next day rolls around. No call. I'm like, sick. He forgot to call me, which means he probably doesn't know where the fucking chair is either. So I was pretty discouraged. I'm like, I'm never getting this chair, I'm gonna have to fucking buy another chair. Next day rolls around, calls me, says, vendor got back to me. They don't know where their chairs are. And I go, eh? What do you mean? He's like, yeah, we've got 53 on back order across Canada. And I go, holy shit. And he goes, yeah, it sucks. I'm like, yeah, I bet. I don't want to be in your shoes. And I'm like, so what's going to happen? He's like, well, you can wait. It might be another month. And I'm like, okay, can we not? And he's like, well,
sitting in a chair without a back right now, mate.
Well, he's like, yeah, so you could wait a month and they might show up, or you could get a refund and then we'll order another chair for a different chair for you. And in my mind, I'm like, okay, this one's taken 7 weeks. How long's the new one going to take? 3, 4? Like, ridiculous. So I'm like, okay, whatever, I'll wait because I want this chair if you guys tell me it's that good. Actually, it is pretty good. I will give them that. But yeah, the next day rolls around and I get a call and I'm like, this number looks familiar. I'm like, I wonder if it's Visions. Sure as shit. Answer the phone. You'll never guess what happened. And I went, you have my fucking chair? And he goes, yeah, I do. And I'm like, fuck yeah. My boss was around and my coworker was around because I took this call at work and I'm like, yes. And they looked at me and I'm like, just wait a second. You guys will never believe it. Finally got my chair after 7 weeks. But Visions, get your shit together. If you don't know when my chair or anyone's chair or anyone's product's coming, do not tell them it's going to be there in a week. That irritated me. So fuck Visions, but thank you for my chair, actually. Thank you to Brody at Visions in Albuquerque, New Mexico. That's where we live. You're from Albuquerque?
Yeah, originally.
All right, that makes sense. Immigrated?
Yeah, just
Anyways,
recently.
That's the ballad of my chair. I'm going to write a sad song about it and post it to SoundCloud. The fuck was that noise, you velociraptor?
Shut the fuck up. I'm very sleep deprived right now.
That affects your velociraptor noises?
It must.
It does, actually. Yeah, I don't have a filter.
When he's on cocaine, it's just louder and louder and louder.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anywho, that's kind of our life updates. I mean, I don't think any of us really have anything else going on. Working lots, getting money for the new place and trying to organize shit for the future of the podcast and the future of us streaming. And I don't know, we're really busy. Uploads will be sporadic. I'm not going to tell you that you're going to get a weekly update anymore or a weekly episode because shit happens. You guys know this. We go on hiatus probably more than we should, but life happens. Life gets in the way. Like if we were sponsored by Black Cherry, wait, this is a brand in Alberta. That doesn't work. If we were sponsored by Miss Vicky's potato chips, then we wouldn't have to worry about the sporadic updates.
We were sponsored by Reese's Reese's peanut butter cups.
Since we're all doing this, since we're sponsored by M&M's.
Exactly. If
All
we
of
had
the
a
above.
sponsor, we wouldn't have to worry about sporadic uploads and stuff like this, so we could go do things. So I'm just saying, if anyone has a sponsorship they're willing to give out to people who get like 2 listens a week, hit me up.
It's the work schedule. Everyone works different schedules, so it's finding a day which it's Sundays, and I went to work
Sundays,
today.
except for when Colton works on Sundays, even though he's not supposed to.
Yeah, to stop.
I got 11 hours out of today, and my paycheck last week sucked, so it's okay.
Yeah, it's okay. It's just like you said, scheduling conflicts are kind of just a pain in the dick right now. But you know, we'll find a way to work around it. You know, some days will be better than others, and you know, we're gonna hopefully go do more shit. As a group, once we get settled, I really want to look into doing more content together because the fucking vlog was so much fun.
It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, so that's the kind of content hopefully you guys will be seeing soon, and yeah, I mean, I guess that's everything. Unless you guys have any more updates.
No,
not updates, but another reason why it's so hard to record the podcast right now is I'm living in a different place now, and the computer fucked off, so it was just like shit. So we're on a phone.
Stop downloading porn. God damn it.
Well, you can't download any more on it.
Yeah, exactly.
Guess I gotta use the phone now.
There you go.
But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this little life update. Like I said, things will be sporadic for a bit. Hopefully you guys don't mind. I know there's some of you that come back, episode after episode, and we do truly appreciate that. So thank you for your support. And Brody, you want to let the lovely people know where they can find us? Not in real life, but
I was like, and then insert address.
The main ones we use are Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. If you want to get a hold of us, use one of those said methods. Other than that, if looking for new ways to listen and or watch us, we're on YouTube for video, and then Spotify and other podcast memes. I always forget what the fuck they're called. Apple, YouTube.
They're all listed in one.
Google, Pornhub, Brazzers.
Holy fuck! When did we get on so many platforms?
Check Colton's OnlyFans. Subscribe to Brandon's Toes R Us account.
Shit.
What the fuck has this turned into?
I got some good toe jam pics there.
We need serious help. That's for sure.
We need a lot of medical help right now. I'm not even gonna lie.
Other than that, check out me and Brandon on Twitch. His is Canadian Walker 13. Mine's Brody TY. There's no point in going to do merch yet. As Brandon mentioned at the start, we're going through the rebranding process, so that'll be a hot minute before that's ready to go. So I guess just follow us on social media to know when updates are coming live, when we actually decide to post on our social medias.
Most of us are good for it.
I've had nothing to really post, so as we've been so busy with just living.
And we posted the update when we were sick that we were gonna be down.
I don't know where this "we" is coming from. It was literally all me, but it's fine.
I shared it.
Oh, you clicked one button. Good job, champ. All right, thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. He's a little bitch. All right, thank you guys.
It's Brody there.
Not for the viewers, it won't be. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye.